Record.
This is the 5 on 5 podcast presented by directmusicservice.com and Nuke's Hot Sauce. I am Phenom. To my right down the street from me is Jupiter Williams. To my bottom right, coming live from Viva Las Vegas, it's Nick Lopez. And our special guest today, currently in Portland, but going to be in Vegas this weekend. Make some noise for Deadstock's very own Ian Williams, y'all.
Boom, 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 boom.
Hi.
Ian,
What's up, y'all?
sir,
That's good.
we are so glad to have you on the show. How you doing?
Yes, we are.
Man, I'm here.
We'll act like we won't have.
you
We'll
know?
act like we didn't have a conversation with you before all of this.
Yeah.
So we were getting into it already. We're stoked to have you here, man. I know that you know a fuckload about music, and you definitely know a lot about shoes and coffee, and we want to
There
get
we go.
into
Yes.
all of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
What we do around here every week, we compare two artists head to head, their top 5 songs as viewed most popular on Spotify. We go 5 rounds where we compare 5 different songs from each artist. This week's pick is coming to you from Las Vegas. Neek, what do you got for us?
This week, I went with Cypress Hill versus Public Enemy.
Yep.
Neek,
Uh,
Yeah,
good work. Good work, Neek.
a little bit of a 90s East Coast, West Coast clash. Bomb Squad versus Cypress Hill. I figured this would be fun.
Let's get into it. Round 1.
Round 1, Insane in the Membrane, or just
Uh-huh.
Insane in the Brain, I'm sorry, versus Harder Than You Think.
Ooh.
Okay. And Ian, if you don't know any songs during this, feel free to peel off on the side, splash me.
Yeah, you're totally allowed to do
Okay, yeah.
number crunches and briefings. Harder Than You Think, I had to do a number crunch on because I never.
We'll have to as well.
Yeah,
So with the Spotify algorithm, the way it works is it's not necessarily most played songs, it's most played recently songs. So if for whatever reason Public Enemy did like a feature or was on a soundtrack, that song might end up on their top 5.
All right.
So Ian, we will start with you being our guest. Do you have a pick just yet, or?
Now, yeah, I gotta listen. Hold up.
Yeah, you good. Boys, anyone at this point.
Yo, I don't know if I've ever heard that Public Enemy song.
I hadn't prior to this.
On your number crunch, did you find out why this is number 1?
I have well, I'm looking at the number and like this has most, like this one actually is their most played song.
Okay, this came out in 2007.
Yes.
And
And it samples
what was that country?
Shirley Bassey.
Shirley Bassey.
Like no idea why this is their most played song ever
I have no idea why either.
on Spotify.
Yeah,
Fight the Power is not.
right.
You're gonna, it's on here, it's on this list, but you were gonna laugh at where.
Yo, I'm going Cypress Hill, man.
I am too.
Yeah, I gotta go Cypress Hill too.
Yeah, that's
Because
just
what the hell is this? Right?
Yo, that's a sweep is what it is.
I
That,
personally
yeah.
have a rule when I make my pick. I don't back out. Like sometimes I'll see a list and I'm like, oh, this is ridiculous. I only have one group who I will not put on a list because their Spotify is crazy.
Who, Limp Bizkit?
Never. They're Limp Bizkit is the greatest. Fred Durst is an icon.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fred Durst is a 90s icon. I will not hear it.
he's an icon.
No.
Fred Durst dated Britney Spears, bro. He's an icon.
Hey, also, our guy TJ, how he doing? Saw Limp Bizkit last week.
Yes.
In Northwest
Literally
Indiana.
last week.
Yeah, their warm-up show for Lollapalooza, which is next weekend.
Next weekend.
And he said Faith is not included in the Limp Bizkit set. And DJ Lethal is not their DJ right now.
How y'all gonna be out there Limp Bizkit in, not doing the Limp Bizkit song?
You have one job. Do the thing.
Do the thing.
He said break stuff wasn't making
I bet break stuff was so tight. So round 2.
Yes.
It's a funny show.
Illusions by Cypress Hill versus He Got Game.
Oh, from the He Got Games movie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, He Got Game. Oh, He Got Game.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know what order that you were going to in, Neek, but he got. Yeah.
I had this soundtrack on CD.
I did too.
From Blockbuster Music, which people forget. And
Blockbuster Music.
and that samples
yes, it does.
take a look.
Fly Like an Eagle, right? Isn't it Fly Like an Eagle?
Nope.
Here, let me do a number crunch.
Take a look around. No, Take a Look Around is the Limp Bizkit song. Now I'm all yo. What's going on? For What It's Worth from Buffalo Springfield.
Copy.
Yes. It's the guitar riff.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I don't think I got game on this one simply because I'll be out there trying to get my sporting.
Yeah,
ball.
and you know what shoes he was wearing and He Got Game. Come on.
Didn't he have one? I'm listening. I actually don't even remember that damn movie.
13s.
Oh,
Ray Allen had on
that's right. Because
13s.
it's the Black Red 13. Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
all I know is that movie was supposed to be for Allen Iverson.
It was. Wait a minute.
Did not know.
Allen or Kobe?
Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson. Okay.
wow.
Yeah, I mean maybe Kobe as well, but it was supposed to be for AI, and he was like, "Bro, no, I just got wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing no movie."
Right. And it was what loosely based off of Stephon Marbury.
I believe so.
Yeah.
That's funny. I never knew that.
I just have an outrageous wealth of Allen Iverson knowledge. Now, if we were talking about best basketball rappers, Jules, of course,
Over Master P. Over Master P.
Listen, he's a rapper who basketballs. He's not a basketball rapper.
They got to be ball players who rap,
Okay.
not rappers who play ball.
Kobe and Tyra. Okay, I get it.
Shaq.
Yeah.
Shaq.
Kobe was
Shaq
featured
actually
on.
It's outstanding.
Yeah. Shaq was on. Shaq was featured on a Michael Jackson song.
Was he?
Shaq.
Mm-hmm. Off of the History album.
Oh, you mean DJ Diesel?
No, it wasn't DJ Diesel. It was Shaquille O'Neal.
DJ Diesel is Shaq.
It was Shaquille O'Neal.
I didn't even know he went by DJ Diesel.
Shaq DJs as well. He plays mostly dubstep and heavy trap for the EDM kids.
Yeah.
And jumps in the crowd to mosh pit with the kids during his sets. And it's a fantastic thing.
Yes.
Wow. The big Shaq is.
Shaq is about as EDM as Steve Aoki right now. I love it. Ian,
So,
are you going Public Enemy or Cypress on this?
Oh, nah, I'm Public Enemy on this one.
Okay.
I'm so surprised that this song is even this high up. Illusions. This is one of my favorite Cypress Hill songs from when, because I think it's their third album, Temple of Boon, or their second album. I used to love this song, but I know it ain't a top 5. So, a number 2 Cypress Hill, that's crazy. To me, this is a cut.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're getting into the fun stuff. Round 3, Hits from the Bong versus Fight the Power.
Ooh. Ooh.
Floor is open.
I don't smoke. I never have. But for some reason, I love smoking music. Play me some Afro Man, and so whatever, Wiz and all that, bro. I'll do it. I'll do it. I just like smooth, relaxing music. So as much as I feel like I'm supposed to be Fight the Power, I will go ahead and fight the power myself and pick Hits from the Bong.
Boom.
Yes.
Boom. I like it.
Travis.
I gotta go with Fight the Power, but I do have a question though. Ian, smoker music. Okay. Wiz Khalifa or Currency?
Currency, because sometimes Wiz's voice gets on my nerves.
Okay.
It's kind of whiny.
Okay.
You know, which is it's like sometimes the singing. I'm like, bro, you're not a singer. You know, but yeah, Currency.
Currency's just a rapper, man.
Spit
like
it.
I just want bars sometimes. I don't want to
Spit
hear
it.
rappers sing. Yeah, hot spitter, man.
Currency is just the rapper.
He really is. He's the rapper's rapper.
Like what's it?
Currency.
Sally? People don't talk about that.
Just Stally too.
Shout out to Stally. I don't know what happened to him.
Krill, I don't either.
Probably just making money somewhere.
Yeah, probably. And the beard.
I hope so.
I hope the beard is still amazing.
Or Smoke Dizza.
Smoke Dizza's still making music.
Yeah.
And it still is exactly the same and it's still good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the one thing, like, I used to love Currency. And I was like, yo, like, this is my favorite rapper back when he was, like, doing the mixtapes. Like, the first,
Same.
I was like, Currency is my new favorite rapper. And now I go back and I listen to, like, new Currency music, and it's exactly the same.
It's the same.
It's exactly, he's right where I left him.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
See,
what
there
are
we
we
go.
looking at?
Stally dropped an album in 2021.
What?
What?
It wasn't a Maybach music drop, was it?
Probably not. He's got to be off that label so, like, ages ago. If he there's no way he's still on that label.
Yeah,
No, he's not. Blue Collar
not a
Gang.
chance.
Stally,
Yeah.
if you're listening to this, those extra 51 plays this week on the album are from your boys.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be listening to
Check the
this.
mail.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
I'm definitely listening to this.
Yeah.
So,
There's something for that.
Colin, where are you at?
Yo, the tiebreaker. The
Yeah.
tiebreaker. Fight the Power hits from the bong. The sample for hits from the bong. Son of a Preacher Man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Perfect. It's, to me, that is the epitome of cool. And they use that perfectly without doing too much. So I'm going Cypress Hill.
I like it. That was a good pick for a good reasoning for picking that song.
Our reason's not good.
Nah.
Cool. Later. Cool. Goodbye.
Messed up.
By the way,
No.
make sure you watch this episode on YouTube so you can see the ample product placement behind it.
Yeah.
No, you know,
He knew what he was doing. We're
So
out.
go ahead. There you go. That's how
There
he
you
was
go.
going
That's
to do the
how
pod.
we're gonna do the rest of the show.
Just like Wilson.
Deadstock, Portland, Oregon. Let's go.
Oh man, that's actually even me right there.
Oh shit.
Oh,
There. Yep.
Hell yeah. Let's do.
there it
number
is.
Oh yeah.
round. Oh hey.
Yes.
This man just MTV Cribs us right in our own dojo.
I love that.
Take your shoes off.
You gotta go
with
home.
the animals.
Yeah.
This is where it gets crazy, you know what I'm saying? We be drinking coffee up here, you know what I'm saying? Not the fridge, like you open the fridge and it's all crystal, but it's actually just all bags of coffee.
It's just milk. Yeah.
Just milk and coffee.
We got
No, we
coconut.
like-
we got oat. We got regular.
Here we go.
Hey boy, you know y'all want to see what I got? We got kegs on tap. Nah, I mean.
Oh, you like nitro? Yo, we
Heard y'all like cold brew.
And this is where all the
This is where
magic happens.
Yeah.
This is where the magic happens, is you in the back.
I wish so bad that there was a customer in there just now and they're like, what the fuck?
I'm like, we closed, man. We closed.
We closed. Get
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah,
go
we
home.
Hey, you ain't gotta go home.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Yeah.
Like,
They're like, what year is this? Where am I?
Oh my god.
Yo, MTV Cribs is coming back, by the way. We should include that as a little anecdote. There are new episodes of MTV Cribs dropping in the next month, I believe.
What?
Believe
They're
it or
still
not.
going to the rented houses?
I know, like, we all know what happened. Like, we all know what the deal is. Like, Redman's the only person who did a real one. So are we going to just go back to that? Like,
I feel like Slim Thug did a real one too.
Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah,
I gotta see that one.
Slim Thug was like, I own everything, straight cash.
damn, my shit.
Like, all my cars ain't no pink slips, ain't no this, ain't no that. These are they mines.
Things change when they be talking like that.
The new episode includes Rick Ross.
Okay, Rick Ross would be probably real.
Classic series.
I don't know.
More than 20 years. Rick Ross, Tinashe, JoJo Siwa, Scott Disick, and Martha Stewart.
Sick.
I'm here for Martha.
I want to see Martha's house.
Martha raises.
She lives on a farm for sure.
She raises like these big chow chows, the big like Ewok looking dogs.
Oh yeah.
So
damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, I hope that's included in there because Martha's definitely got a side hustle where she's raising these very expensive dogs.
She's also endorsed by Bic right now. She's got that Bic and Bic Lighters endorsement.
Great commercial.
Her and Snoop.
Yeah.
They made that lighter for stoners. It's like, like the candle lighters, how they have the long thing.
Oh,
it's like 2 inches, so you could light bowls and stuff.
That's on my bucket list is to smoke with Martha Stewart.
I mean,
bucket
list.
I mean, it might be on mine too.
Yeah, see.
Well, huh?
I don't smoke no more, but I'd smoke with Martha.
You would break that to smoke with Martha.
Easy.
Yo, I feel like Martha would just steamroll the boys.
Oh, for sure.
Just like
for sure.
Dude, I'm wondering if Martha really be smoking like that, or if she's just like.
I bet she does. I bet she has all the tricks too with the smoke.
If I see Martha French inhale, I would shit my pants.
That's all she does. That's all she does. French inhales and then blows it back out. With,
like yo, what?
Right in your face.
Yeah.
the way you'll discover it'll probably be like at like a house party.
Oh yeah.
Something like that. You're like Martha Stewart?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, you know this
was cracking.
And she's just taking massive bong hits.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, quit blowing that smoke in my face, Martha. My fucking mind right now. You gotta stop that shit.
I told you I quit. You gotta cut that out.
Yeah, you gotta respect me, Martha. Come on.
What if she takes everybody?
Welcome back in.
What if she takes everybody to like the wrong way in the vineyard? She's like, you know what? Yeah, actually, I'm the one behind all the rows, and I start the strains.
Yeah, she's like, fuck it. This is what it is. Y'all knew.
This is actually why I went to jail, y'all.
Yeah.
This is before this shit was okay.
Yeah.
It's all good now.
Oh,
they sent a bitch to jail. She's all hood.
Martha's hood.
Snoop pops out like, don't smoke.
Yeah, just like.
She got like the uncle cigarette.
Yeah, on her lip.
She's like, what's up?
This before this shit was legal.
Yo, what'd you say now, Chuck? You're like, yo, Martha, you got the earpiece on too, huh?
Yeah.
It's cold. Martha's cold.
Martha is cold.
I did a paper when I was in high school. This is probably the only paper I really worked hard on, and it was like it was for a debate class, and it was comparing Martha Stewart to Hitler.
Whoa.
Yep.
Dang.
I believe I actually won that argument or that debate too.
Did you, because they were both like innovators?
I definitely went the route of they are both influencers, like people who have who can command and lead and get people to lead without really realizing that that they're in front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is she Martha's bigger than Rachel Ray? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But Rachel's like the second in command, or is it Giada? Yeah. Probably Giada now.
Oh, Giada's fine.
She is fine though.
Giada
but nah, I would put Rachel Ray over Giada though, and then Giada.
Rachel Ray is pretty hot too.
But what about the people who do like the Magnolia, like the people at Target?
Oh, Chip and
like the husband and wife.
Yeah, Chip Gaines and Joe Gaines.
Yeah,
Joanna.
Chip and Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they got some.
They got a lot of pull.
They got it together too.
Yeah.
They do.
And Pioneer Woman. Pioneer Woman's huge now too, and I can't stand that show.
You can't stand Pioneer Woman? I like some of the dishes that she makes for the homies. Because they're always out like riding horses, and she's like, okay, I have a lunch, and it's like fresh apple pie.
All right. Here's my issue with Pioneer Woman.
Go on.
She's in the middle of nowhere. Just people BS.
She's in the prairie. What do you think is happening?
If that's the only place you can get a meal within 800 miles, it's going to be delicious.
Well, you would hope it would be delicious, right?
That's Pioneer.
She's on the Food Network.
Pioneer. Yeah.
And now she has her own frozen meals and stuff. Pioneer Woman.
Oh, she sold out.
The last time he was at my crib, I think I had a Pioneer Woman, like, I think I had something, like, some sort of product in my fridge. And he's like, what the fuck, dude? Colin was, like, genuinely upset with me.
Get rid of this.
I think I had, like, a jelly or something.
It was like Pioneer Woman marinara sauce. And I'm like, yo, come on, man. That's like...
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. You're like, yo.
Come on.
Bro, I've never seen this before.
Yo, she's a hustler.
She is a hustler. Listen,
I used to love the Food Network. Is it still popping like that? Is it like? Because I haven't had cable in a really long time.
It's all guys shows.
Yeah, every time I go on there, it's like competitions, and I just love a good old fashioned cooking show.
Hey, listen, some of the barbecue competitions are on point.
Bro,
Food Network, thumbs down.
Guy Fieri, thumbs down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Thumbs down.
Guy Fieri.
Hey, did he ever come through? Did he come through Deadstock?
No, but I saw him I didn't meet him. I saw him at the employee store once. And this nice old lady, you know, he had the glasses on the back of the head and all that stuff. And, like, they weren't letting him into the store. I don't know, for those in this world who've been to the employee store, probably know what it's like to get denied at the door, and then finally make it in, or maybe not. But he got face palmed at the door, and and somebody, is that a picture of?
Who's that with? Is that Dave?
Guy in 2 Chainz.
Oh, 2 Chainz. Oh, listen.
Well, him and Titty Boy is fine.
Yeah, 2 Chainz made that cooler. He made Guy Fieri okay in that
video. Yeah.
But he finally makes it into the store, and this nice lady walks up to him, and she's like, "Oh, I just love your shows," you know, blah blah blah. Says whatever, and she's like, "Can I take a picture with you?" And he's like, "I guess." And then he like puts his sunglasses on, and he's like, and
like, because he couldn't get in, he's pissed. Yeah,
well, no, he was in at this point.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, my basket was full. I was already done shopping. I made it in. You know, Guy Fieri was outside. I was in. But yeah, so then the nice lady who's inside, stop trying to make it cool. Is that LL Cool J?
E40 and Guy.
Oh, E40.
I was like, is that Neo, nigga?
I'm trying to make him cool, man. He's not cool. But there is this spot in Honolulu. I don't think it's open anymore, called Hawaiian Irie Jerk. It was a Jamaican Hawaiian fusion restaurant.
Ooh.
And it was
bomb.
So fire. And it had the little guys, whatever.
Oh yeah.
That place tastes like love.
I like Guy Fieri as a character. Like, he's such, like, in my opinion, so sloppy. Like, he's got this bleached blonde hair that's always grown out. He's always sweating his fucking ass off. And he's just eating the shittiest foods all over the country, licking his fingers, putting his hands in bowls.
High as fuck, too.
He's just the worst. He comes in there, he's like, oh, what are you making? Let me put my fucking hands in it. Let's put a little salt. Let's serve it to this fucking, like, he just takes over everything. He's such an asshole, but it's like endearing to me because he's having a good ass time and just eating.
He's like,
I would hate for him to come to my establishment, but
Guy is like Fort Lauderdale incarnate. If
Yes.
Fort Lauderdale was
Is that where he's from?
Actually,
maybe so.
yeah, Fort Lauderdale. That's either that or Daytona Beach.
He's gotta be. Watch it. Have you ever seen Action Bronson do the impression of him?
No.
No.
I'll send it to you guys. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Because he's like pretending he's all coked out. Because he's from Miami. He's like, I'm in the fucking 67. I'm coked out of my goddamn brains. It's
Welcome
hilarious.
to Diners, Dives, and Drives.
Yeah, we're in the Diners, Dives, and Dives. I'm fucked out of my fucking skull.
Where do you guys guess that he's from?
I was going to say Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale?
Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale.
He's from Columbus.
Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
Wow.
That makes
He
sense.
has something about him
Checks
is
out.
I don't think that checks out. That makes me lose a little bit of respect. I feel like he's faking the funk. Like he's trying to he's intentionally giving off Florida vibes.
He is though.
He went to UNLV though.
That's our guy then.
Oh, here we
Let's go Rebels. That's our guy.
Here we go.
I had no idea.
Sneaks
Let's
in
go
with
running
Oh,
Rebs.
hold on a second. He's
Uh-oh.
up in Ferndale and rural Humboldt County, California.
Okay.
Yeah.
Humboldt County. Stoner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where he got his base
That's
level.
where his even keel.
Yeah. Anything extra was just a little frill.
Yeah. that shit's that he got that from Columbus.
Yeah.
Does it say anything about him hating eggs? Because I do know that from watching his shows. He won't eat anything.
He will not eat an egg.
Oh, really?
No, he fucking despises eggs.
Hmm.
I think I'm a Guy Fieri guy. I think I like it.
Yeah, I think you
Man,
are too. Because I didn't know.
You're a guy's guy?
I'm a guy's
You're a guy's
guy.
You're a guy's guy?
I'm a fucking guy.
Big guy's guy.
Big guy's guy over here.
He used to work for Stouffer's.
Sick.
Oh,
Sick.
what?
Stover's a fucking no. Stover's is sick, bro. Stover's is no.
Hey, Stouffer's the
French bread
lasagna
pizzas?
joint.
The lasagna,
The lasagna's popping.
fire, bro. It takes an hour and a half, but it's fire.
The lasagna is how I got like this, bro.
See?
The lasagna and the French bread pizza. Oh shit, chill, yo,
You had the Pioneer Woman in the fridge. Get out of here.
bro.
Get out of here.
You ain't Stouffer's king.
At least
You
have
ain't
the
down,
Paul,
bro.
at least have the Paul Newmans. At least you can have the Paul Newmans. Paul dresses up in
So-
different costumes.
That's for the regular pizza. That's not for the French bread pizza. You got like that's a different thing. That's a different product. A French bread pizza is not the same as a pizza,
No,
and I would never get a
No.
Stouffer's pizza.
No.
it doesn't cook the same.
No, it's a different product altogether.
Yeah, it is.
Here's the problem with the French bread pizza. It cooks like a hot pocket, so it's just mayhem on the inside. You don't know what's what. You take a bite of it and just destroy your mouth.
Messes up the roof of your mouth real hard.
And then by the end of the French bread pizza, it's ice cold. It's a brick.
You
And
got to do it in the oven, and yeah, it's
and they
perfect.
skimp on the pepperonis too.
Yo, you gotta evenly distribute them because they're frozen and they get clumped up into one spot. You gotta do your own like distribution.
Listen.
You gotta move it around.
Listen, best
Hey.
place for pizza bread. Go ahead, Colin. Go ahead.
Oh, Little Caesars, crazy bread.
Avanti's, Bloomington Normal.
I don't know.
I have no idea what that
Mm.
is. Is that Portland?
No, Bloomington, Illinois.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're Chicago pizza, bro. That's
Come on, man. Global distribution. We need distribution.
Yeah.
I know. Well, you know what?
National distribution.
Wait, emergency Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
Everybody gets one pick for their Mount Rushmore frozen pizza, starting with our guest Ian. What's your number one frozen pizza?
Bro, Totino's.
Hey,
only on some. I have a friend that I used to work with when I was a janitor at Nike, and he used to bring. That was all he would eat, and he would bring one pizza, and he would roll it up and eat it like a burrito, called a pizza burrito.
Oh shit! That guy's a legend.
You said, holy shit! Oh yeah, I know Johnny Cool.
It's Johnny, bro.
Johnny. Oh, that makes sense.
Yo,
Yeah,
we used
because he does everything
beats.
cool.
Yeah, we used to sling. He made beats, and like he had no computer, so he would go make beats at somebody else's house.
Yep.
And put them on a flash drive.
Yep.
And then we would download them to my computer, and then he would play his music in the lobbies because he used to clean lobbies for some reason. It's like every time they moved him, he cleaned the lobby. But he used to play his music in the lobby, and then when people would come in, they'd be like, "Oh, I like this. Who is this?" And he'd be like, "Oh, it's me." And he would ask me some questions.
Yeah, when he was janitor at Nike.
Yeah. So he would text me and be like, "Oh, put this, and this on the track." And then I would go to the closet, burn a CD, and as the person left the building, we would give them the CD.
Wow. That's awesome.
That's tight.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah.
That's tight.
So, and all that said, Totino's.
Damn.
Who's next? I'm gonna get some water. Who's next?
Neek.
Unpopular, but DiGiorno.
Just the regular or the croissant crust like we had?
Croissant crust is good, but I'm still going just the normal rising crust joint.
Oh, geez. Travis.
Safeway Select Pizza.
Interesting.
We don't have Safeways in Las Vegas.
Damn it. Okay.
I've had one though. I mean, I haven't had a pizza. I've been to a Safeway, but I haven't had the pizza. I imagine it's probably the same as the Albertsons pizza.
Is it just Kroger brand pizza? Oh, Albertson brand pizza?
Okay, yeah. So yeah, it is Albertsons.
Okay then.
But Safeway was something for a while.
Right.
But,
so I wonder if the pizza's different.
What y'all know about the...
Yo.
Oh man, that's sick.
Is that Terry? Yep.
That's legit. I'm going with the
University of Portland's men's head coach himself.
Let's go.
I'm going with the Jack's pizza. Jack's is just a safe.
Okay, that's safe. Yeah.
It's still cheap, like $3 for a Jack's. They don't fuck it up too much. Otherwise, I'd go home run in, but you can kind of find that sometimes, kind of not. So.
I feel like I buy home run in every time lately. Maybe because I've been going to Sprouts. Is that where it's at?
And Whole Foods too. Yeah.
And Whole Foods, and it's just not as good as I think. And I always forget that it's not as good as I thought it was.
It's the crust. The crust is good.
The crust is good. I remember I was like, this just isn't it. I'm not gonna get this next time. And then I see the cover and I'm like, oh, this looks fire. I think I love this. I get it home and I'm like, fuck, I forgot I didn't like this every time. So now that we've had this,
like bottom crust or like around the pizza?
Outside crust.
It's kind of
outside crust.
Buttery. It's got like a little buttery flavor to it. It's if you go and get it in Chicago, people will be like, yo, why are you going to the tourist shit? But if you get it as a frozen pizza, people are like, oh, I get it. So,
and they have like the mozzarella like cube things on it. For the pepperoni one I get anyways. It's all right.
I completely.
I think in theory, it probably is good. But
we got around 4 and 5. Let's run through this.
Oh, we still doing this?
We're still doing the top 5. Sorry. Round 4, Cypress Hill, Ain't Going Out Like That versus Public Enemy, Don't Believe the Hype.
Man.
Colin, you get first round.
Public Enemy for me. Yep. That's an easy one.
Ian?
I got a list. Hold up. I know Don't Believe the Hype, but I don't know the other.
Ain't Going Out Like That. This is first album.
I don't know the Cypress Hill one.
This is Cypress Hill's first album. You guys, you'll probably know when you hear it.
Wait a minute.
Sounds like Insane in the Brain.
Hold on.
Yeah, same time, same album.
Nick, I got a different 5.
Do you?
Yeah.
Let me look. Did I Bruce this?
Interesting.
Because I have a different 5. I looked at the wrong place. I'm still gonna do this list.
Okay.
Because this This list makes way more sense than the list that I have, so it's actually kind of fun.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Because what I didn't, you have to click the artist, but on the side on Spotify when you're on the computer, it just says songs, and I think I went there. That makes so much more sense for why Harder Than You Think is on here.
Okay.
Wait, let me look. Actually, this is the first mistake. No, Harder Than You Think is still Public Enemy's #1 song.
Yeah.
Cypress Hill, I just messed up, but it's not that bad, and we're gonna go back here.
Maybe it's in like a playlist or something.
Actually, no. So it's not that different. Too. Illusions isn't there. Illusions is now Hits from the Bong.
Okay.
So it would be.
I got Tequila Sunrise.
Tequila Sunrise is #3. Okay. Should we change it or should we just keep going?
No, keep going. Keep going. By all means, keep going.
Okay, so round 4 is still Ain't Going Out Like That versus Don't Believe the Hype.
Don't Believe the Hype for me.
Don't Believe the Hype.
That's a sweep.
Yeah.
Hypothetically speaking, if it was How I Could Just Kill a Man
I'd go
versus
Cypress
Don't
Hill.
Believe the Hype.
I would go Cypress Hill on that one, man.
Cypress Hill.
Damn.
I feel like I'm not giving Cypress Hill a fair shot by getting this order wrong. Is it that serious?
No.
Okay, we're just gonna keep going.
No.
I just don't want Be Real to show up to my fucking apartment door
and
be
smoke you
pissed.
out.
And smoke you out with Martha?
And not smoke me out. To show up and be like, you're a jerk and you don't get to hit this.
Fair.
And I'm like, dude, it was an accident, but here we are.
Is 5 Rock Superstar? Because 5 has to be Rock Superstar.
So here's the thing. On the real Spotify Top 5, it is. And you know what? I'm just going to do that because this song, I don't know it.
It has to be Rock Superstar.
Rock Superstar versus Rebel Without a Pause.
Rock Superstar. No brainer.
Rebel Without a Pause.
Oh, Rock Superstar. Yeah. Rock Superstar. I forgot about that song.
Because there's Rock and there's Rap Superstar, which is the same
Mm-hmm.
song without the guitar.
Right.
Just bring in the guitars.
Didn't this come out during TRL years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This was
I don't
on
remember when it came out.
because Tequila Sunrise, I think. No. This was on what was the name of this fucking album? Let me see. The Skull and Bones, and I remember I wanted it so bad because Lowrider was on it. I was in the 4th grade, y'all. I was in the 4th or 5th grade when this album came out, and I just remember being like, "Oh, I want that Cypress Hill so bad."
Hell yeah.
Because I thought Rap Superstar, because I didn't like Rock Superstar as a kid.
Sidebar, this Prince shirt is at Target right now.
That's fucked up. The estate is just really doing whatever the fuck they want right now.
They are really doing it.
And the white vinyl is going to be released on the 30th at Target.
The white vinyl?
For the new album?
Yep.
It's going to be a fucking Target exclusive?
I guess.
That's
Minnesota.
See you at Target, Neek.
Oh,
true. Okay, right. You're right. Minnesota. Target. Never mind. It's not fucking stupid. It's not stupid. It's not corporate and dumb. I mean, it is corporate, but it's not dumb.
It's a clear vinyl, not white.
I still haven't even heard the new album. I'm like the worst Prince fan ever. I have no idea what's going on there.
Well, I haven't heard any songs from it, so
Don't worry, we'll get into some Prince talk in just a sec.
Oh, we definitely are.
Goodness gracious.
That's a sweep for Cypress Hill last round?
Yeah.
Yes.
Gentlemen, Cypress Hill beat Public Enemy.
Okay, so
barely.
Even if the real list was on here, that just means Cypress Hill would have had a stronger list. And nothing really changes except for one song changes order.
That's fair.
So, yeah, Cypress Hill wins either way.
Cool.
Ian, we take you into the lightning round here. You pick a this or that. You can only choose one. One artist you get to keep enjoying throughout your lifetime. The other one you have to completely get rid of and can never listen to them again.
Damn.
Do I have to answer very quickly, or can I take like a couple seconds? Can I be like,
Yeah, you can take a couple seconds. I'm okay with you taking some thought.
Okay.
Thank you.
Starting with this, Rick James or Childish Gambino?
Wait, which one do I name?
The one
you name the one that you prefer.
Gambino.
Beastie Boys or Run DMC?
Run DMC.
Luther Vandross or Michael Bolton?
Oh, Luke.
Steely Dan or Gangstar?
Gangstar.
Big L or Big Pun?
Big L.
The Roots or NERD?
Oh, that's disrespectful.
That one's crazy, right?
Oh no. 2 up, 2 down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where I'm from. It's got to represent.
Lizzo or Fergie?
Gross. Keep the Roots and get rid of both of them.
Gross, he said.
Gross.
Yuck.
I guess Lizzo for what she's doing for the ladies out here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Das Effects or Fushnikins?
Das Effects.
The Baby or Lil Baby?
Oh, the baby, because he likes to fight people.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Yeah, I like fighting.
What did the baby do to them kids? I guess these kids tried to upcharge him on some candy.
Oh, yeah, they tried to charge him like $200 for a box of snacks.
And then he broke it down.
Yeah.
He broke it down and he's like, yo, you can't hustle me.
Yeah, he's like, you're selling a pack for $2, but then a box of 24 is $200. He's like, no, I'll give you this $4. Here goes the 4 bucks, give me 2 of them.
And that's fucked up because he would have bought the box plus some.
But if they didn't hustle him, if they didn't try to hustle him, then he would have.
Okay, because
at least he broke it down to them.
Yeah.
The Baby seems like a generous guy. He seems like a nice guy.
Does he?
He's out here teaching hood lessons, bro.
I mean, he's handing out hands left and right, so he's generous with that.
He's generous with these hands.
Here you go.
Legal hand stealer.
Here's a hand and here's a hand.
Yo, Diddy or Rick
fighting
Ross?
Music. Say it again.
Diddy or Rick Ross?
Oh, Rick Ross. Even though I could care less about either one. But,
Okay.
I eat hers now.
Aerosmith or Bon Jovi?
Aerosmith.
Okay. Shalimar or Kool and the Gang?
Kool and the Gang.
David Bowie or Queen?
Queen.
Zapp or Gap Band?
Gap Band.
Clips or Mobb Deep? Mobb Deep, okay.
Whose pick was that again? That's such a good one to me.
That was mine.
That's a great one.
Weeknd or Party Next Door?
Never The Weeknd.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa.
Never.
Whoa.
Never.
Whoa. Speak on it.
Man. First of all.
Go.
First of all, one of the guys who, well, actually, this is second of all. One of the guys who used to work here, he used to listen to so much The Weeknd, and I was like, yo, is it? I'm like, yo, like even customers will be like, bruh, this is not tight. Like, this is not tight at all. But there was one time in Vegas, I was having a perfectly good night, and the club was jumping. We was in Hakkasan. We had tables, we had bottles, and I'm out here with my bottles, even though I don't drink them. And I was just having a good old time. And then so this dude kept running into my homie, stepped on my homie's shoes. All of a sudden, he took his shirt off and was ready to fight. And we got that all like cleared up, blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, this was during Agenda or Magic or whatever. And it was Wednesday. And, you know, nobody stays until Wednesday. So, you know, the whoever's DJ and MC and whatever is like, y'all ready for the weekend? And everybody's like, yes, please, Lord, let the weekend get here. Like, this is crazy. Why are we even still in town? And then everybody's still dancing around. And they said, I said, y'all ready for the weekend? And everybody's like, yeah. So I'm still jumping, you know what I'm saying? Fight's over. And then they're like, all right, y'all, here he is. And then he's like, hey guys, I came all the way from Montreal to rock with you. Y'all ready? And all the ladies just right, and went to the stage, and I'm just like, yo, what happened? Like, we had this far table in the back. We had this far table in the back, right? And just the night before, Common got on stage, and he was like, I waited like 5 hours for Common to get on stage, and he does literally 6 minutes.
Oh.
And I was so mad. But I was like, that's all right. The Weeknd about to be up here for 6 minutes. He gonna be gone, and I'm gonna go back to the club cracking. And he was up there for probably at least 20 minutes, and just ruined the whole vibe of the club. And yeah. So I was not ready for that. The Weeknd. I was ready for the Weeknd. But what's that? Don't Tell Him, that track with that Kanye joint.
Tell all your friends.
Fire.
Yeah.
That's the only the Weeknd I can mess with.
Yeah.
Said I was ready for the weekend.
And then with
we were all ready for the end of the week.
The end of the week.
We were like, get me out of Vegas. This is boo-boo. We're still here.
So sick of this shit.
We're only here because we either live here or we still got to tear something down. Like, that's the only reason why I'm in town.
Agenda week is insane, bro.
Bruh.
That whole week in Vegas is just a shit show.
That actually turned out to be like the tightest, like most baller night of my life, though.
Sick.
Afterward, after the weekend was done, we got a new table. We had a booth right on the floor, and this dude who I really, really don't mess with was in town, and he walked past me, and he all of a sudden wanted to be my friend. And while I'm standing on the top of the booth with the bottles, and he looks up at me, and he's like, "Oh, Ian, what's good?" And I was like, "Ah!" And I said something I shouldn't have said. I won't say on here because my mom will slap me. But I definitely.
Oh, wait a minute, mom's listening to the podcast.
She might.
Hey,
she might. Let me tell you something. I cursed on something in 2010, and my mom has reminded me ever since.
I'm pretty sure I've cussed twice, so I just want to apologize to Mrs. Williams.
Nah, listen, y'all grown, you know. But I'll be like, man, I don't give a like. I can already tell. Like, Mom, no, how'd you even get downtown? Like, so. But yeah, I said something to this individual enough to where people who I know very close to, who know me very, dearly, looked at me and were like, and then they looked at him and they were like, man, sorry. Gave him dap, looked him in the eye. I said, forget you, man. In some other words.
The BET version.
Picked my bottle back up, stood back up on the booth and was like, this ain't you, this is me.
Love that.
Yeah, it was like, y'all ready for the weekend?
I said, the weekend is here. This is the weekday.
It's a Wednesday.
Yeah, that's like, we're doing different on a Wednesday. Y'all ready for hump day?
That guy that took the words was like, I'm ready for any day besides today, man.
Yeah.
Bro, the craziest part about it was I ran into him multiple times during that weekend, and this is actually years of him treating me like garbage. I ran into him multiple times, and every time I was like, I'm gonna acknowledge him because I don't want it to get back that I was the one like, oh, I saw Ian in Vegas, he ain't say nothing to me. This is why I don't mess with him. I was like, no, every time I saw him at the airport. I saw him another time on the sales floor. I saw him walking into Hakkasan and was actually going to walk him in because he was doing the like, yo, how come nobody's like... And I was like, what's up, dog? You about to go in? And he was like, yeah, man, yeah. Like, I'm just waiting for my boy. I said, all right. And we went through the line. We went through the other line.
Yeah.
The line of where you show up. And they're like, I'm sorry for making you wait. But, like, you didn't wait. You know? That's the line we went through. And so I was about to walk him in with us, just on some like, hey man,
an olive branch.
Never say I didn't do nothing for you, olive branch, right?
Yeah.
But then he act like that. Then I saw that fool a couple hours later on the floor. I was like, it's about to taste good. I almost took a shot. I almost.
He's
like he won a championship.
Hello.
Yo, my man, if you're listening to this podcast, you fucked up big time.
Sucks to be you, dude.
Man, I ain't gonna say no names, bro, but man.
Yo, that's
that boy Marcus Smith, I tell you.
What?
Because he knows. I'm not gonna. He already knows.
Sucks to be you, dude.
Shout out to the Weeknd. Shout out to the
Weeknd.
Yes.
And Party Next Door for.
Yeah, Party Next. I forgot you even said Party Next Door. All I know is you said. All I know is I said never the Weeknd.
Yeah.
Never the Weeknd. Next
Shout
time
out to Hump Day.
Next time I see you in the club, you all right for the weekend?
I'll be like, no! I'm ready for what comes after the weekend.
Boo!
Who's this man?
Yo, we got a big Monday guy over here, I see. Travis Scott or Future?
Oh, man. I gotta go Travis Scott because he actually seems like he's actually changing.
Okay.
The Future
fair.
is definitely the same.
Future is on that path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the
trap
present.
beats and misogyny.
Travis, say it one more time.
I said trap beats and misogyny. Future.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I thought you said Travis and then misogyny. I said, oh, no.
Oh, no.
Drake or Dr. Dre?
We gotta keep Drake.
Okay.
Because Dr. Dre's still promising me albums, bro.
Yeah.
At least Drake is giving me new stuff, even though it might be somebody else's stuff.
Well, that's what Drake gives us too, though.
True.
Trick Daddy or Gucci Mane?
Oh, man.
The real questions.
Disrespect again.
The real questions.
Gucci, but shout out Trick Daddy's restaurant.
Okay.
What about this?
I believe it's just called Sundays.
Oh.
And it's
That's all right
essentially
for the weekend.
Sunday plates. Yeah. It's the only weekend I stand for.
No. Okay.
Man.
Is it a kids restaurant? Does it have a great kids menu?
You know,
on the kids menu, does it say
I can
that
check.
Still number crunch.
trick is for the kids?
It could just be called Love the Kids menu.
Oh,
Man,
I swear to God, if it isn't.
When you look at it, you're like, man, this menu is actually really corny.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the design is like he just called a company that does restaurants, and they were like, "Oh, we want to do a southern restaurant. You got it, brother."
It's on
like
Grubhub.
purple or like blue or something like that. It just looks really cheesy, but no food pun intended. But I gotta go Gucci just because he got clean. You know, he got straight teeth now.
Yeah.
He's a clone.
He killing it with his wife. Him and his wife got an empire now.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's
doing
supposedly a clone, right?
That's true.
That's what they say.
He could be.
That's what they
Because
say.
it looks like Gucci, but it's like a really like brand new Gucci.
Yeah.
New
Yeah.
teeth, he's all buff.
Yeah.
I think the real Gucci's still in prison.
I can see that.
Stop it.
I DJ'd with Gucci. At Allpalooza.
And was he a clone?
Was that Gucci? Is that the same?
Don't do it for the TV call.
Come on,
Did you DJ for the real Gucci or the clone Gucci?
I don't know now.
I don't. Okay. See, because you
DJ for the weekend or you ready for the weekend?
You DJ for a clone before with Jeremiah, right?
Was he buff or was he fat?
Oh no, the guy was fit with a capital
That's
F.
clone Gucci. That's clone Gucci.
Gucci's on his doom shit, man. Gucci's on his villain shit, bro.
Gucci, the real villain Gucci is still in prison.
Listen,
with gold teeth.
You don't make 500 albums by being out in the club every night. I'll tell you that much.
You know what?
Because there's two of them.
The two things that make me feel like it's real Gucci, how like nonchalant he was on his tiny desk.
Yeah.
But shout out Zaytoven because he was very happy to be there.
Yeah, Zaytoven was happy to be there. He was, yeah. Zaytoven was the keys. He was getting it too. He was doing all the dances and playing the keys at the same time.
He was, and Gucci just did not even hit. The whole joint was just a track underneath, and he was just kind of rapping near it. So that was on some like, I don't even need this. So that's why I feel like that was real Gucci. Two, during the verses, when Jeezy said whatever to him, and then he was like, and Gucci rebutted with, yeah, but your boy ain't coming back.
Yeah.
Like, ask him to come respond and see what he says. And I was like, oh, real Gucci. Oh.
Yeah, that one, that is that.
Yeah, Nick, you do have to answer for that one.
I mean, they're made from the same DNA. Like,
okay, because they're the clone. Right. I get it. I get it.
It's not Gucci. It's
wait a minute. Do clones have the memories?
That's what I was about to ask.
That's what I say. He's like twins, right? Like, they don't live the same life. So
AI is really good now. AI is really good now.
I don't think, but that would insinuate that he's not a person. A clone is still a person.
But why would these folks waste their money on Gucci though?
Gucci is culturally important.
Why are they wasting money on Gucci?
I
don't think they'll do.
Gucci has a lot of influence. Think about all the trap guys who are like, "Yo, Gucci is God." The way that we love bass God, Lil B. Like
that.
Like, if we cloned Lil B and made him out to be like a positive influence, you could change the hood, bro.
Next question, gentlemen. Oh, they're never gonna air this episode.
I'm getting lightheaded.
I tried so hard not to laugh.
Ian, I am so sorry to bring you on our
No, I'm sorry. I am honored. Oh my God.
Our little show. Y'all have fun on your little
man.
Change your head, bro.
Yo. That Las Vegas sun with the big tears.
You change the hood.
Lil B could change the hood, bro.
Positive Lil B can change the hood, man.
Oh, the clone of Lil B changing the hood. That's great. That's great.
Let's get into the tough questions here.
Oh my
Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Are you still on the lightning round?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got him. Yeah.
Sade or Aaliyah?
Aaliyah.
Easily.
Sade's
first,
voice.
that's the first Aaliyah.
Sade's voice just.
Sounds like the Weeknd.
Yes. That's exactly what that must be it. Aaliyah.
Earth, Wind, and Fire or Chic?
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
TLC or SWV?
That's a good question, but TLC.
Ja Rule or Nelly?
That's a tough one. They both have a lot of impact.
Hey, could change the hood.
No, they can't. Only Lil B.
They're not changing the hood. Only Lil B and Gucci. Only Lil B and Gucci can change the hood.
Let's see what Ja Rule has to say.
What does John have to say about this?
Nelly.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the South a lot.
Kanye or 50 Cent?
I gotta keep Ye, but can we keep 50's energy just somewhere out there?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, even though I just got rid of Ja Rule.
Yeah.
3 more and then we'll move on. Missy or Busta?
No! Oh, man. Missy is from Virginia, and, she's healthy now. She's back to making music. How you doing, where they're from. But I used to write Flip Mode Squad on literally everything when I was in elementary and middle school, bro. I used to write on everything.
That's
so
awesome.
Like where my name goes on the homework, I would be like, flip mode is the squid dog. Like that's what I would write.
She's like, look, I know it's yours, Ian, but like that's not your name.
It's like, man, you cannot represent multiple people. Now you can.
Yeah, now you can.
I was progressive.
Yeah, you were just ahead of yourself. That's all.
Yeah.
Which one are you keeping?
Oh, I'm keeping Busta.
Busta. Okay.
Yeah.
Prince or Michael Jackson?
This is a tough one because I'm not the biggest fan of either.
Which makes you the perfect candidate for this question, though.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
It's almost like which one do I want to hear less of, not more of.
We ain't never heard that on this.
I know. Y'all about to. Well, thanks y'all for watching. I think I'm keeping Prince because I haven't given Prince a full chance.
What Prince do you enjoy right now?
If any.
Purple Rain,
No.
Raspberry Beret, Kiss,
Maybe
Erotic City.
What I enjoy about Prince, I actually like amazing instrument ability is really cool to me. So when I like listening to like when he stops singing and just listening to the music and like watching him play, I'm like, yo, that's tight.
Once he gets to Gavin.
Heavy metal and like crazy stuff like that, I love it because I'm like, you're so wasted, faded, all that stuff out of your mind, but you're able to perfectly play this music.
Yeah.
And it amazes me. And especially when they're like, you're right. And I'm like, how did you know when to stop? Like all of that, that stuff amazes me. So I have to go Prince on this one.
Okay.
So admit it, you like Limp Bizkit.
But TRL kid, right? So I know a lot of it, and I can't believe that they didn't. That Faith is not on that.
That blows my mind.
Yeah, that's wild.
I want to include this before we ask our famous question: Weezer or Blink-182?
Oh, Weezer.
Okay.
I love Weezer.
Last but not least, we ask it every episode: Outkast or Hall & Oates?
Outkast.
He didn't flinch.
Move
on.
The But Hall & Oates has donated so many beats to
so many.
So,
I don't know if Outkast has ever sampled Hall & Oates. Is that a thing? Have they ever? I don't think so.
No, we need to do
I feel like we
need to do a Danger Mouse, Hall & Oates, Outkast mashup.
Yeah.
Shout out to King Most. He was the one that was like, "Hey, should I just put this out? Should I make this?" And I was like, "Well,
please."
And you'd probably do it really well, better than
better than us.
If I do it, I'd ruin it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
I'd ruin the idea.
Did he do it? Did he put out an EP?
Not yet. I got to talk to him. I want to slide in two questions that I asked last week that are also valid before we get to the fan questions, because we did have a lot of fan questions for you today, sir.
Really?
More than usual.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, man, y'all probably got like a half a question. Somebody was like, "Love you, Phenom."
Nope.
Play good music when you're at Pray and Tell. Yeah.
We got Ian questions. We got some Ian questions. In the zombie apocalypse, what's your weapon of choice?
Man, I want to say these hands, but if I touch them, I might get something. You know what? Like on the realest of reels, during when all the protesting and looting was happening in the neighborhood, I carried a metal bat because a lot of us were out here protecting the stores. Like no lie, we kind of took turns. Some people had the blickies. I steer clear of the blick steam. Your boy don't like when the cops show up and they're like, "Wait a minute, hold on, what you got?" Because somehow all of a sudden it's my fault. And
absolutely.
We know, and the reason why we were out there protesting was because of that reason. So I steer clear of guns. But It was either a metal bat, but I was also one of the people who would get called when stores got broken into. So I carried, I had my drills and like drill bits and stuff like that in my backpack. So I think I'm gonna go with the bat because I could be like ting, ping, 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 you know. But also, you know, watched a lot of Walking Dead and saw a lot of, you know, there were some drills and some electrical things that were used. So
you got to go with the bat that is enchanted by Odin, right?
Gregory?
Nah, Odin, Thor's father. You got to get it enchanted by Thor's father so that when you throw the bat, it'll come back to you.
Oh, what? I didn't know that was a thing.
See, let's go, man. I'm just trying to.
Trying to be imaginative.
I just told y'all I took a nap on the concrete floor. And anytime I sit still, I fall asleep. So watching movies, I'm like, oh, this is a good movie. And then I wake up at the end, I'm like, man, that was great.
The nap or the flick?
I want to include this. We haven't asked this since Jeffrey Jordan.
Oh, that's going to be my question too. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
You go. You already teed it up.
I'm gonna put a little spin on it though.
Okay, I want to hear this.
If you could only rock 3 pairs of shoes for the rest of your life, what are those 3?
Was that also your question?
No.
Okay. I'm just curious. Reebok question.
Oh yeah, AI.
Yeah, AI, of course. Dunk Low.
What colorway?
I have to pick colorways?
Might as well.
If you like.
Okay, yeah. The red toe with the ice bottom question.
Okay.
That was the first pair. That was like the sneaker that got me into sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
I have this pair of polka dot dunks. They're just like black and white, all black with white polka dots. I just wish the leather was better, but matter of fact, I might try to find those and wear them very, very soon. So those dunks. My third shoe, that's a tough one. Oh, a pair of Footscapes.
Oh, okay.
I heavily mess with Footscapes.
Okay.
I am unfamiliar.
Yeah, I got to do a number crunch on that.
Yeah.
Also, Trick Daddy's restaurant is very underwhelming. Speaking of number crunches,
it's underwhelming, but I feel like
the menu is underwhelming. It's probably good. It's all like, it's soul food.
Yeah.
There's no kids menu.
Oh.
That's
he don't love
no kids. He lied to us.
Man.
He don't love the kids.
Let's get into some fan questions.
Let's do it.
Ian, you have so many fans from your project of Deadstock, but
Mm-hmm.
also you have a couple fans of you as a person and specific memories of you. Tell us about the time you were a videographer for the Counting Crows.
Oh man, that's a good one. Yo,
Oh.
yo, did this come from John Jury, from Jay Jury?
We can't say who it came from.
Oh
but
man.
There's a good
Man,
chance.
listen. That was, oh my gosh. Okay. My homie, local MC, Jay Jury, he also produces his own music, all that kind of stuff.
Yes, shout out.
I have known Jonathan Jury many, many years. We actually grew up playing basketball together. His uncle was a family friend of ours, or is a family friend of ours, and he used to do these basketball camps. And, my mom was putting me in camps, I'm pretty sure, to keep me out of trouble and just keep me doing stuff. I'm a single mom.
Yeah, and so that she knows where you're at.
Yeah, exactly. And, family friends, so no better place to be. And about 3, maybe 4 times a year, Jonathan and his brother Pierre, who at the time we call him CP, but now that he's moved to Portland, he goes by Pierre.
Mm-hmm.
John and CP used to come up and we would all play basketball together. And I've known them probably since I was like 12, 13, 14, something like that. So we played basketball for a long, long, long time. They're from the IE down in California.
Mm-hmm.
So at one point, Jonathan worked for Yahoo, and Yahoo had like a battle of the bands, like an internal battle of the bands. At that time, he played for. He ended up going to college out in Forest Grove at Pacific and played basketball out there. He made a band out there called DK Band, the Kind Band, of like a bunch of Hawaiian dudes.
Oh,
and then, like,
yeah. Yo, so I didn't know that. Okay, that's funny.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So long story short, their group ended up winning the Battle of the Bands, and they got flown to San Francisco to open for the Counting Crows during Yahoo's annual Christmas party.
Gotcha.
And so they had a band of 8 people, and I was like, yo, John, why don't you make it 10? Bring me and Lemar. I'll be video, and Lemar could be photo, because Lemar just recently got into taking photos, our homie Lemar. So that the 10 of us all went down to San Francisco, and we essentially, they had opened. I terribly did video. Lemar's photos are somewhere in the abyss. But we essentially ran that party. After the show was done, the theme was rock candy, and there was like bars and casino stuff every like 20 feet, and it was in a hangar. And they rented out the whole hangar, and the party was cracking. And it was like Ocean's 11 or Ocean's 10, bro. It was. Oh, shit. We ran that place. Like everybody, I was like throwing chips in the air. Blackjack, it was crazy. Lemar had his shirt off. He was dancing in the middle of the floor. Like John was out there minding his business because he's married now. Everybody was. It was crazy. Like Counting Crows was playing, and everybody was like, "You guys were way better." Like it was crazy. So
that's
shout
awesome.
out Yahoo.
That's so dope.
That was crazy. Me and Lemar got into a huge fight that night too. Or the next night. I disrespected him. I'm not gonna lie.
As soon as he kind of told me about this story, he said you were doing a little videography. You had a pole for the video. It was like a handheld video camera.
It was like this, bro. A little camera was sitting on the top.
I instantly imagined this picture. We got our videographer. He's right here. Let me introduce you to him. Ian Williams.
With a handy cam.
Man.
Hold on, let me.
He's like, no, we're rolling. We've been rolling. I got hours.
Yeah, we've been rolling, bro.
We've been rolling.
Hey, you don't worry about me. Worry about yourself. Just don't mess it up.
That's fucking funny.
Another fan question submitted. What do you have against whistling?
I was actually going to bring this up earlier. We were talking about Sade and the Weeknd, and I was about to be like, maybe it's that like high reverb thing that like I just hate with whistling. Yeah. I was going to bring it up, but I was like, now I got to talk about whistling, but now I got to talk about whistling. I don't know. My sister is sensitive to many, many things, and whistling is one of them. And she just was like, I hate whistling. Like somebody was whistling, and she was like, "Who's whistling?" Like it was crazy. And I was like, "Why is it? Who hates whistling?" And then all of a sudden, I hated whistling.
So the Andy Griffith theme song, that's not it.
Kill Bill song.
Yeah, Kill Bill. Okay.
Who has that one?
Peter, Bjorn, and John, young folks.
Huh?
Peter, Bjorn, and John, young folks. That song.
Just add that to the list. Add that to the list.
Yeah.
The whistle song. The
Whistle While You Twerk.
Whistle While You Twerk, and then B.O.B. has that.
No, okay. Whistle While You Twerk is okay.
Oh. Well, Santana.
Yeah. Blow the whistle because it's actually like a real whistle.
Okay.
Like a sports whistle. I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? I might be
sports whistle,
but I be sporty. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Whistles used for officiating are fine.
What
organic whistles?
Yeah,
whistle while you twerk.
Whistle while you twerk wins, bro. We're good.
Hey, real quick, breaking news. Yarmeen Mercedes, DH for the White Sox, has had a great year this year, has just announced that he is stepping away from baseball indefinitely.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
I don't know about baseball.
That's White Sox talk for the people that listen to our show that are huge White Sox fans as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Darn.
Yeah. That's bad.
We got another question.
Hopefully return soon.
From that crew, the crew that you grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
They asked, what interests you most about Asian culture and what makes Tokyo such a good destination for Deadstock?
These are really great questions. These are people who clearly know me or listen to a lot of the things that I be saying, I guess.
We do our research around here. We get the best of the best to ask the questions.
These are good questions. I don't know, man. I think it is the outrageous attention to detail on something that really is kind of like it doesn't really need detail.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you obsess over like leather goods, knives, coffee, all these different like random things. Like if you're in Tokyo, you go to a store, they either have 1 trillion things or they have 3 things, or maybe even 1 thing. And you're like, how y'all pay the rent? And then they start to talk to you about it, and you're like, yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that $900. Yeah, I think my
best knife I've ever owned
would be honored.
Be honored.
Yeah, and then they take it off of the pedestal and they wrap it neatly for you.
Yeah.
And then they nicely hand it to you, and then you leave and they say thank you, and then they close and go make another one and then open back up. And I don't know what it is, man, but like I just early in my sneaker days. My brother's 11 years older than me. My brother and my sister are 11 and 12 years older. My brother's 11 years older than me, and he's always been into cars. Okay. And so, like, looking at a lot of car stuff, especially, like, imports, like tuners and stuff like that, and, like, looking at, like, Super Street and, like, all these different magazines growing up, and then and he also skateboards, so looking at the skate culture that was happening in Japan, and then, Sneaker Freaker starts coming out. A lot of I learned about CLJP releases that products that only released in Japan, and like all this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, man, Japan sounds amazing, and I always wanted to go, and I didn't get a chance to go until I was like 27. And when I went, I was like, why do I not live here? Because it was everything I dreamed of. So for us, Japan loves Portland. Portland loves Japan. Whenever we go over there doing the events and stuff like that, the reception is amazing. And I honestly feel like I'm at home there. And on some kind of weird stuff, like as a Black man, that's one of the only places I feel like, and maybe it's just they're hiding it, that's one of the only places I actually feel like when I'm walking around, people don't think that I'm gonna like rob them, or like ladies will walk past me, they don't move purses. Like it's crazy. I actually feel extremely comfortable there. So, maybe somebody is afraid of me. I don't know, but it's way different than like here I grew up in Hillsborough. Many, many times have I seen people cross the street, move a purse, so I'm really good at like dragging my feet before I pull up behind somebody, rattling my keys, like all that kind of stuff. In Japan, I actually feel like people they're like another person. They just don't want to talk to you because they don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Long-winded answer, but I like it.
I like it.
Tell us about Your Morning Drip.
Oh yeah, Your Morning Drip is a show that me and the homie Ronan, I believe y'all all know who Ronan Rock is. He out here,
shout out, that's the homie.
The discs as well. He actually had this thought when COVID first happened, and he was like, yo, man, like, it sucks that we can't hang out in the shop because we don't get the opportunity to have these conversations anymore, as a community. That's where a lot of the community is built. And fortunately, during that time, everybody opted to stand outside. Even when bad weather, all that kind of stuff, people still met and congregated in and around the shop. Around the shop, not inside. Mm-hmm. So he was like, we should just do a radio show. And he will tell you he often has many, many, many ideas. And usually I'm like, nah, bro. But this one, I actually was like, that's a good idea. And I had always felt like, kind of how Round Two has a show, and some other like stores and whatnot have shows. I've always felt like we could have a show just based off of the things that happen, whether it be the conversations, the shoes that we see, the people who come in, things that happen in the street because we're in Chinatown. All that kind of stuff. So yeah, just a morning show. Ronan's the host. I'm the co-host, and we just talk about what's happening in the world, what's happening in the community. Get lots of hot takes and opinions on things. He actually made a segment called what grinds your beans instead of what grinds your gears.
Love that.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be really good. Yeah.
Oh. Now, for those that don't know, Ian runs Deadstock Coffee here in Portland.
Staple in Portland.
It is a staple in Portland.
Staple.
Yeah, and you got the promo behind you.
And it's one of.
Well, wait.
It's one of the few. Okay. All right.
I want Ian to explain it.
Okay.
No.
I want to hear your take on what inspired you, because I know like that trip, as Jerry was telling us, that actually inspired you. You pitched the idea at that time.
Yo, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. You said maybe I should start Deadstock Coffee, and he said,
did.
Always remember that moment when you pitched it to him.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Well, I was working at Nike. At this time, I was working at Nike. Jerry was trying to get into Nike, actually. Now he's big time making, he does all the product for Giannis, and he did all the Toon Squad stuff for all the stuff for the last Space Jam and blah, 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 blah. Like, he's out there running the apparel empire, basketball apparel empire. Which is crazy because we're just a couple of kids who just want to play basketball and hang out. So that's pretty cool. So shout out to that whole group. Lemar's at Nike now. Pierre's at Nike.
Oh, Pierre's there now.
Yeah, Pierre's at Nike now. Like, bro, that's crazy. But yeah, we were in the elevator, and this is after I've done some art shows, trying to get the community together. I had done some house parties. I'd done a couple other things, just like events and whatnot, just trying to bring people together. And we were at that event. We were at that Christmas joint. We were in the elevator going up to like the rooftop bar at the hotel. And I just was like, I want to open up a sneaker themed coffee shop. And they were like, yeah, bro, that sounds tight. You should do that. And I was like, yeah. And then never let it go. And so Deadstock is a sneaker themed coffee shop. It is based in the sneaker capital of the world, Portland, Oregon. We have, Nike World Headquarters, Adidas America, Under Armour makes footwear decisions here. Keen, Columbia, Mizuno, that company On from like Sweden, Li-Ning, and one used to have an office here. K1X, like we got Weeknd and Camp Grizzly and all these other agencies and all this stuff, all the people who work in and around the industry. If you're not based here, you have to at least have meetings or glance this direction, no matter where you are in the world. And we are the creators of the product. We're not necessarily the consumers. And so I wanted a place where all those people who work in and around it and who are interested in the industry have a place to go, career-wise, because you like it, whatever. We needed a place to go and kick it. And so that's really what Deadstock is. I wanted it to feel like a barbershop because that's where people like me go to get our information and meet people and interface, and but I also wanted to be a community space, and coffee shops are a pulse in that community, no matter where you are. So you could go to the barbershop, or you could go to the coffee shop by yourself. You can go meet up with people, but all of it is just the opportunity for you to like chill, reset, get right, and then go on and do what you got to do.
It's the truth.
Fucking cool.
Yeah.
And, I hope anyone listening, make sure you write that down, because Deadstock is that spot. And I mean, like, you can ask anyone. They meet there. We threw Drip Set there, which was the monthly meetup for the music industry to get together and network outside of a bar, where you have a space that doesn't feel tacky. You know, it feels like you can come in and just do your thing, and it doesn't feel stuffy, and you're not getting fucked up, and you're politicking with people, with like-minded individuals. Now we see lineups in Portland of all DJs that have met at Deadstock through Dripset. The photographer was there. The photographer they're using was there, and the promoters were there too. So from top to bottom, everyone you're seeing on that lineup and behind the scenes met at Deadstock. And so it's definitely worth checking out in Portland, Oregon. And I tell that to everyone. And my Chicago people, they already know that. Shout out to Dark Matter. They love what you're doing out there as well. But I do want to pass it over, since we're segueing, since we're talking about drinks, since we're talking about meals. Neek.
Segway Kings.
Segway
The
Kings.
The Kangs.
Transition.
The Kangs are here.
First of all, the shop is fucking rad. Like, I was just looking it up. It looks fucking cool. But
I appreciate that.
I am a consumer of corporate food, and it is a side project of mine. I am now setting up all of the guests of the shows with endorsement deals from corporate food companies such as McDonald's and Burger King, fast food establishments. So you now are presented with the opportunity to have your own fast food meal a la Travis Scott and BTS at any fast food establishment of your choosing. Where is it and what is it?
This is good. Well, there is a fast food establishment based here called Burgerville that I have been doing everything I can to get Burgerville to let me not only get a meal. I'm trying to remodel a whole Burgerville location.
Ooh. Hey, if you
like,
you do
love
that,
I hate the way this place looks.
I will start eating at Burgerville if you do that.
Yeah, same.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
You know me. You know I love a good.
Oh, I already know.
But I will have to go with as well because I'm thinking national distribution here.
Yes.
I can make edits to the food, right?
Oh yeah.
Within reason, yes.
This is the Deadstock whatever meal from Burgerville.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I know that BTS brought over some sauces that don't exist in America.
Yes. So that's what I mean, like within reason, like it's a McDonald's sauce from somewhere else, so you could do that.
Yeah. I think I might have to go with,
Like some people have gone like crazy and tried to like just put a different food item at Taco Bell that just doesn't exist.
Okay.
And like, so that's would be considered out of reason.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to go with Raising Cane's.
Okay.
And I would like to have a boneless thigh.
Whoa. Yes. Okay.
Because if they already got the chicken, the breast meat, out here juicy.
Yeah.
What happens when you get some more flavorful meat? Pause. And
yes.
And season them fries.
Just hit us with a little bit of season.
Just a little, because they don't have, because none of their the cane sauce is bomb.
Yes.
But if it was spicy.
Yeah.
So I want a boneless thigh.
And seasoning on the fries.
And seasoning them fries.
Mm-hmm. Out of curiosity, what is your Burgerville meal?
I actually want to do a turkey burger.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think that's outlandish.
No, it's not, and I think that's why I had to go for a bigger one, just in case somebody Cane's corporate is like, hold on a second, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Raising Cane's, y'all sweet tea and lemonade is bomb. Your boy be out there, young Arnie P's all the time. Can we get the LeBron at Raising Cane's? Come on, and the LeBron got to be.
Hey, hold on. You got to explain what that is. You got to explain. Man. You got to explain what the people what this is.
Okay, see the baby Bron.
Neat. Listen
LeBron
up.
Palmer is get your. Are you reaching for a newspaper or for a notepad? I figure that. Well, okay, you can write on that if you want.
For a newspaper.
A newspaper.
A notepad. Yeah, see? A tissue. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just write on my tissue.
Yeah. You know, shout out JJ, no bad thoughts. No, so it is coffee, so like cold brew, sweet tea, and lemonade.
Wow.
I told you.
Listen, I will be there tomorrow night. Meet me somewhere.
Yes,
there you go.
I got you.
Publicus, Vesta, Bungalow. We have to. Wow. So, Pete, when you said LeBron, I was like, it's just a big Arnold Palmer. I don't like
a big ass Arnold Palmer.
It's a big ass Arnold Palmer. I'm like, what? The cold brew.
Look at that.
Wow. Yo, yeah. If you could, let's meet tomorrow.
Yeah.
I would love one of those. That sounds delightful, dude. Yeah, that's my little coffee station right there.
Oh, you serious back there?
Yeah.
Well, Nick,
no, I'm serious. Nick's
got the coffee on that.
I was a very serious pour over person. I got my fellow kettle and my Kalita pour over situation. Yes.
Okay.
And I was like, I want an espresso machine, and a lovely friend of mine bought me the Breville Barista Pro.
Dang, Nick, that's not bad at all, man. I ain't got it like that.
That's not a bad espresso machine.
I ain't got it like that, man.
Nick, take Ian to Public Us. You have to.
Yeah, you have to.
Public Us.
Ian,
Public Us is fantastic.
Vegan carrot cake. You have to.
Yo, I think I had it and it was bomb.
Yeah.
It's insane. Public Us is fantastic.
Everything vegan starts with a V to me. So some Verret cake sounds real.
Get that
Verret cake.
Yeah.
Vesta, shout out to Vesta. They're one of my favorite shops out here. Bungalow, a new shop. I brought you to them. Also. Yeah. Vesta's fantastic. Bungalow's a new place out here. I took Colin. He loved them. And Vesta just opened a second location. I haven't gone to that yet, but congrats to them. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I'm excited to try the LeBron one.
These are wherever they are. These about to be yours.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm stoked on that.
Nick, do a live review and we'll post it on the
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Travis has a lot of good questions. Ready to go.
Ian, you're stranded on an island. You can only take one album, and one album only to listen to on this island. What album is it?
Funny thing about this question is that it's actually like people refer to it as the stranded on an island question, like your island question, and nobody ever has an answer for it.
Has an answer.
We all know the question and we never know the answer.
Yeah. Talking Book, Stevie Wonder.
Oh, okay. I like it. Okay.
It was either that or Hear My Dear.
Hear My Dear is great. Big.
Yeah.
Mine was Songs in the Key of Life.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Hear My Dear, they go back so many times to that, that original beat. So I was like, I don't know if I want to listen to the same song that many times, even though it has like a different meaning. Every time it's like a new, it's almost like another chapter.
Was that court ordered where he had like a certain amount of songs he had to fill? Is that why he went back to the same song every time?
I don't know. I mean, all I know is, the album itself needed to be, all the money was going to go to her. And then he was like, man, I'm putting.
Yeah, that was like his
all over this cake.
That was like the prenuptial agreement album.
Mm-hmm.
You think they hooked up one more time after that?
She better have. She should have been like, this is fire. You dissed me, but this is fire.
Yeah. I mean, he made that, and it was like, I mean, anyone in the studio at that time was like, hey, man, I'll give you a kiss right now, Marvin. This
You're
like, this is something here.
Raw emotion. Yeah.
Come on,
yeah.
Man. Come on. He said, what's happening, man?
What's happening?
Yo, Ian, before we toss the camera on, we were talking Southern rap, and I want to know your top 3 Southern rap.
Let's go top 3 Southern rappers and top 3 Southern rap songs.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. Knocking pictures off the wall.
Yeah.
International Players Anthem.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Man. Nuck if you buck.
Let's go.
I like fighting music. I like smoking music. I like fighting music. But you guys know I don't smoke, never have, and I'm like the chillest dude.
Yeah.
But I just for some reason I'm just like, man, if I like,
you're like, man, once
happens,
Bia comes
like,
on,
I could just hear it like, no, man, you can never ever. Like I could just like something's like happening. I'm like, oh, head busting. Break something. You know, and I'm just like, you should probably go. You know, like,
I wonder. I wasn't old enough to be in the club when that album popped off, the Lil Jon, the East Side Boys album. I just loved it, and to this day, I'm always like, what the fuck was the club like back then? Because I know in Vegas they were like, nah, dress shoes, everybody, collared shirts, no jerseys, no sneakers, like none of that. So
and if you are gonna wear one only 1X allowed.
Yeah, anything more than 2X, depending on your body size, you may not enter.
You're like, yo, that's not going to fit. They're like, hey, man, 1X. We got a policy here.
Let me see that tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep that tag.
You'll be showing the back of the jeans, the Levi Strauss part on the jeans.
No tall tees.
Yeah.
Tees must be short.
Yeah. Regular or short. No tall tees.
Yeah. That's what XLR.
But was the club like active? Like were people like throw your set up and then like gang signs were in the air? I imagine that's a dangerous scenario.
That's happened before when I played it.
Really?
Like throw your sets up and then everybody throws their sets up.
Yeah.
And then it's like
you got to change the song real quick.
Yeah.
That's when you're
waiting
like
for the hook.
You rewind out of it and you're like, that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all.
It was a good bad idea.
It was, right?
Yeah.
It was a good or bad idea, and then you look around and then you actually see like some sets being, and you're just like, maybe this
Sorry.
He said, all right, thanks everybody, have a good night. Okay, so I had those are my songs.
Yep.
Sorry.
Wait, can I throw
you can do an honorable mention.
Can I throw Who I Smoke in there just as like as
an honorable mention? Absolutely.
Man, because I played it in the shop not too long ago, and it was these 3 very nice young ladies who were just here minding their business, and they heard that, and they were like, oh. And they were all like, right? They were listening, and then all of a sudden, the track came on, and because it was like, it's funny because like the song came on, and everybody was like, Ian, what are you listening to? I was like, no, the song is fire, just wait. And like the 3 ladies were like, hey. And then, there's maybe like 6 or 7 people in here. And then the beat drops and the track starts and then everybody else is like, oh, what? Oh, what? And those ladies were like, oh, no, we were not pushing any stuff back, boy. Like, let's not.
Wait a minute, what song is this again?
Oh, Who I Smoke?
Oh, Who I Smoke. Okay, yep. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So you know what I'm saying now? Like in the beginning of it, they're like,
yes.
Miss you.
Yeah.
And they're all excited. They're like, it's like on that Dave Chappelle joint when he did the Tupac. Listening. And then he starts rapping. He's like, and a couple people are still dancing. And Dave's like. Let's see. And then top 3 what? Artists or
artists.
Rappers, yeah.
I don't know why. This is gonna be like a really bad one. I love Mike Jones.
Oh,
dude,
that's
what?
not
That's
bad at all.
No, that's good.
Yo, Flossin has been going off every single time I've been playing it.
I play it every night.
Yeah.
I love Mike Jones. But because I don't know why, because like I held on to it, and then he did a couple shows out here, and they were so bad. and it was all of my dreams, bro. But who is Mike Jones got me through. I detailed cars for a summer, and I actually remember I detailed Cadillacs, like Escalades and whatnot, and I left it in a car.
Oh no!
And somebody actually brought it back. Like,
yeah, no.
Yeah,
you need to hold on to this one.
Yeah, but as I would take the cars back and clean them, when people would buy them, I'd be back there, flossing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What you know about switching lanes, holding wood
still
grain.
Tipping.
When I was in them Escalades, I'm still tipping.
Yeah.
Like all that.
That Swisher House moment was crazy.
It was.
Man.
It was a good moment of time.
Paul Wall.
Yeah.
Paul Wall and Toby dropped that one album, that one track. Toby and Wigway, I believe his name.
Oh,
I think he did something recently. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I say recently, like the last couple of years or something.
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago, like right before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
That track was fire. Paul Wall just is great. But okay, Mike Jones. I love Slim Thug mainly because of Already Platinum.
Okay. Yep.
It's that that's that Neptune's.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's a tough one. I have to give it to Master P.
Over Wayne.
Over Wayne.
Okay.
Wayne actually wasn't even like in there for me. I love Lil Wayne, but I have to give it to Master P. Mainly because of the No Limit joint. Make him say Yeah.
I saw a really cool meme about Master P the other day that said, Master P is everything that you guys think Jay-Z is.
Whoa.
And like, it reminded me of like that Snoop Dogg interview where he talks about like breaking away from Death Row and signing with No Limit, and how he put out The Dogfather and The Last Meal, and Master P basically told him like he gave him a killer deal and was like, I'm not gonna steal from you, like, and then gave him money to buy a house and a car, and like I think like maybe 2 cars, like him and his wife. Like he basically set Snoop Dogg up in New Orleans and was like, I'm gonna place you and your family, make you comfortable. You sign with me, we'll get you out of that deal. And I think they made they did a split or so, like I forgot what their agreement was, but basically like set Snoop up, like, you're going to leave this with money and you're not going to leave with your tail between your legs. And then when we're done, you can do whatever the fuck you want. And it's
that pun intended? Was that pun intended?
Yeah, that was a dog pun.
That was nice.
Bars.
Yeah. I just love Master P for Master P always being Master P. Like on that episode of Cribs, the dude got the gold elevator. I feel like even that Chappelle Cribs episode was definitely based off of Master P's. Yeah. Dude, I think he was the first one to have a full episode.
Yeah, he was. I think he was.
To tie back to our basketball conversation, is Master P counts as a baller turned rapper?
No,
because he played
rapper turned baller.
Because professionally, he was a rapper first.
Okay, so he went to the league after he had his.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I thought it was the other way around.
No, love me some Master P, but definitely because he was 10-day in the preseason, right? Did he even make it in the season?
He signed a 10-day contract with the Hornets.
The thing that fucked me
the
up,
league is the league.
Yeah. The thing that fucked me up about Master P is that sample, the Make 'Em Say sample, is Apache.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I never thought about that.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
But Set It Off on the Last Meal.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and the reason is the And One mixtape.
Oh yes, yes,
Bro,
yes.
I heard that in an And One mixtape, and I was like, whose song is this? It was like 50 rappers on it. I don't like remixes. I don't know why. I'm just not a remix person. But I was like, who blessed me with this beautiful song that came out just the way it is? Like, that's why International Players Anthem is so tight. Because that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. They made it. They started out and they were like, we're going to make a bomb song.
Yeah.
But, man, Set It Off.
Set It Off is fire.
Hey, Ian.
Man.
Ian, International Players Anthem or Dreams and Nightmares?
As a Philly sports fan, I would like to say Dreams and Nightmares. I definitely played it really, really loud when the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
In the shop, like a lot of times, mainly because one of our guys, same guy who loves the Weeknd, is a Vikings fan.
Oh,
damn.
He's also a Yankees fan and like a Penguins fan and a
This is
fan.
me. This is me as a sports fan. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man, you guys are disgusting. And
I'm from Las Vegas, man. We just got sports, so I just picked who I wanted.
Yeah,
okay.
Sure.
Okay, I'll give you a pass. He's definitely from here. So he had the Blazers that he could have chose from, like a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, he's got plenty of Portland sports.
Yeah. Mainly he chose the Wolves because his name is Kevin and Kevin Garnett was
KG
in the league. So
okay.
I'm like, I'll give you that.
Okay.
As a kid, you're like, he has my same name.
Yeah, I get.
There was no Ians at my time, so but there was an alien. But I have to go with International Players Anthem.
Okay.
That song and what's the Zero joint?
Oh my God, I haven't heard that name in so long.
What's the Zero joint, bro? You turn that joint on at a party in Houston, and like those two songs, like they'll kind of like stop the fight. Mo City Dawn. Even though like Mo City Dawn will also start a fight, but like people will be like do. Any of those songs that start at A, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
International Players Anthem, like as soon as the song just and everybody's like, oh!
Buddy of mine got married, and I played that after the vows were done. That's
Mo City Dawn?
No. Fucking tight. He's like, you have to play International Players Anthem as soon as like the I do's are done. I was like, sick.
I would love to.
I love that.
Or you know what? I played the sample. I played Willie Hutch. Sorry.
Oh, you played? Yeah. Even so,
it's just
still
a
sick
perfect song.
Yeah,
it's a perfect 10
sample's
song.
Great.
The sample is amazing, and Project Pat did it before everyone else did.
Yeah, he did. Mm-hmm. He did.
Project Pat made it a thing before it was a thing.
Man,
they were hesitant to even
made a hotline,
knowing that Pat was already on it.
I left out so much good Southern stuff. I apologize, 3-6 Mafia. I apologize, Outkast. Juvenile.
Mm-hmm.
I play a lot of Juvenile in here. Also, Juvenile's latest album, the one that he did with Birdman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, is a cookout banger.
Okay.
Is that Vaccine song on there?
No. Oh God! How did they do that?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Vax that thing up,
bro.
Man.
I get what they're doing, but I'm like,
why they did that.
Everybody's got a number.
Everybody's got a number.
Why they did that? Yeah.
I was like, I want to hear the album, but I don't want to have to skip that.
Not on there.
Speaking
not
of
on there.
playlist,
This album dropped maybe 2 years ago.
Speaking of albums and playlists,
Travis got something.
I do, but I do have one question before that.
Okay.
Who had the best verse on the song Forever? Colin, we've talked about this, yeah.
Well, I want to pair that. If you need to give two replies: who had the best verse on Forever, and who had the best verse on Mercy.
Oh,
okay, yeah.
Mercy, I will do at any karaoke.
Okay.
The best verse on Forever. Eminem's was actually dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who had the worst verse?
You know what's crazy?
I think Drake had the worst verse on that song.
Drake had the worst verse.
Yeah.
But Drake's notorious for getting dunked on his own
ain't nothing
songs.
to play with. Like, come on, man.
Drake gets dunked on his own songs.
He definitely didn't get dunked on. He got like 2000 dunk contest Vince Carter. Every dunk is a 50.
Yeah, Drake was like Giannis in the playoffs last year on that song.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
He's in there, like he's playing.
And he's playing. He you know that the boy is gonna be good. You know that he's gonna be the MVP. You know, but we can't give him that one yet.
Yeah,
couldn't give it to him yet.
And then Mercy. I'm like trying to go through them in my head.
I've been so anti-Drake for so long that I had to look up Forever.
Oh,
because I didn't know. I didn't realize that it was called Forever. Like, I just know that song because it's in the club.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, I had to look it up just now. I was like, Forever.
Who was the middle verse?
Eminem's in there.
On Forever?
Yeah.
Forever was it goes Drake, Ye, Wayne, M.
Yeah. I might have to give it to Eminem. I don't know why. I think it's because I hadn't heard from him in so long, and I was like, ooh, refreshing version of Eminem, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Did Drake, you were on the East Coast when Eminem dropped, though. Did that shit resonate out there, or were people like, what the fuck is this?
Me?
Yeah.
I had just moved here.
Oh, you just moved there?
Yeah. And like Eminem just in general dropping.
Yeah.
It was on heavy rotation, but mainly because I grew up out this way, and so it was a lot of white people, and they were like, I listen to rapper music, you know, and it was TRL a lot. Yeah, a lot. Yeah, and that was a Z100.
Okay. Yeah.
And then like, when did Jammin' start?
Jammin' started in like 98, 99.
Yeah. They played a lot on Jammin' too. Man, that's early days of Ebro.
Yeah. Ebro.
It's crazy to think that album came out around then. Next time it's fucking crazy.
Crazy. All right, Ian.
Look up Mercy.
Oh yeah, we still gotta do Mercy.
I'm trying to there were so many people on that. You know what? I love 2 Chainz.
Thank you. Coop the color, my champ.
Coop, man, my friend.
I'm drunk and high on this airplane.
I think it was me, but maybe it was my homie. Thought that he said, "Kunta Kent don't like mayonnaise." I believe this is the same friend who said, "Cristal popping on a stretch alligator."
What?
Yeah. I was like, what is a stretch alligator? He's like, bro, rappers just be saying stuff, man. I don't know.
Rappers be saying stuff.
Saying stuff. And I said, find me a stretch alligator right now. Google and found this alligator with like everybody sitting on its back. There's like 15 people in the back of an alligator, bro. That's a stretch alligator.
Because as opposed, alligators are long. Like
they are. Yo, this was
stretch alligator.
Stretch alligator.
Extra long alligator.
So much polo on it got horsepower. Come on,
man.
The thing about 2 Chainz is that, because if you ask me, I think he's very similar to Lil Wayne as far as like the delivery of bars. like they're comical. But for some reason, we all take Wayne very seriously, and we're laughing.
And we just laugh at
Chainz. He's like telling us popsicle stick jokes. It's the same fucking thing. Yeah, like these are bars. Like 2 Chainz deserves his goddamn respect. He should be up there.
Titty Boy does.
We should be talking about, because he's smiling and laughing, and Lil Wayne's calling himself the greatest rapper of all time.
Ian, go ahead.
My 2 Chainz hot take is, because this man, full ride scholarship, full ride academic scholarship.
Yes, yeah.
Played 4 years, played all 4 years. 4.0 or really, really high graduate GPA when he graduated.
No dummy.
No dummy at all. I believe that 2 Chainz is like, you know what? I tried this rapping thing for real. My name was kind of funny, but I tried this rapping thing for real. Shout out DTP, always.
Yeah,
yeah,
for real.
Bro,
for real. Yep.
What happened to
I-20? What happened to him, man?
Shauna?
Yeah.
Shauna, yeah.
Chi-Town, Shauna.
But yeah, shout out DTP. But he's like, I tried this for real. You know what? Y'all want some silly business. And then he just went full silly and you know, what is it? What's the joint with the 2 Chainz on the cover? Based on a true story.
Oh, yep.
That whole album fire.
That whole album is fucking
That whole
fire.
album, Chop the Screw 1 fire too.
Yeah.
And then now we look at, and 2 Chainz was on literally every single feature. He was everywhere.
He did the Wayne thing. Track. He was on everything.
Yeah.
He was on everything. And he was just a good person. Like always happy, all that stuff. And then now he's like, now let me hit y'all with some really well produced, let me hit y'all with some good verses. Rapper go to the league. You know, and even when he was dropping, like, what was the one with like the zebra stripes on it? Like that little EP with the zebra stripes on it that had Proud on it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it had Proud.
Yeah. Bro, Proud, that I'm about to play it. Like, we got a Sonos in here. I got this bass just kicking in the shop. I'm about to play Proud really, really loud. And like when I heard it, I was like, bro, I really am trying to make my mom proud. I really don't want to let my mom down. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just listen to that. And excuse my language, but okay, bitch. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Look, 2 Chainz knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he does.
He knows what he's doing. The man is like 50.
Yeah.
When he broke his leg, he had him wheeling him around on stage.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Most expensivest?
He was chilling on the king's throne too after that.
The play don't care who makes it.
And he's like serious about his kids. Like he loves his family. And 2 Chainz is like, he's like, this is authentically me. I am a goofball, but I will light you up if you ever try to come at me.
Yeah.
Bro, he's really good, and I feel like he doesn't get the respect unless you're like a head, like unless you're like a rap head. Because like if you're like a casual rap listener, you're gonna be like, oh, Eminem's the greatest, but like, or Lil Wayne's the greatest because people just say that.
Yeah.
But like, or Andre, like those are just the obvious names.
Andre's fine.
I don't know. I feel like 2 Chainz should be in the conversation. That's all I'm saying. I don't think he's the GOAT.
He's
personally,
up there.
I just think he should be in the conversation. I think when we talk about it, he should be mentioned. If we're going to talk about Wayne, we should talk about 2 Chainz. Why not?
Slow down.
Why not?
Slow down.
I'll make the argument.
Wayne's in a different atmosphere than Chainz is. So.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Because we're talking about pop. Now we're talking about pop versus hip hop, right?
No, because Wayne did pop too. He was on every feature.
No. Wayne is superstar, supernova. Chainz,
and at one point,
Chainz is a superstar.
I will say that Wayne maybe opened, you know, the people like Lil Wayne opened up the door for that to take place.
Yes.
But
I was gonna say Wayne did it first, yeah.
But I will almost like, I'm outrageous. Allen Iverson can do no wrong in my book, even when he does wrong. I will put Wayne in that like Allen Iverson zone of like, you don't really understand how much Wayne did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just because maybe you might look at him now and be like, bro, this dude, he's off the handle. Like, he needs help, blah, 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 whatever you might say. You know, and everybody talks about Iverson being broke and blah, blah, blah. But, like, you know, Wayne
at
got
his
on
peak,
that,
he was
it, you know, and he was really winning. There was no, like, championship trophy to give out, but he was really winning.
Wayne's
culturally
important. That's the thing about Wayne. He's a chameleon too. He can bob and weave through that pop line, and then you see him playing a guitar, and you're like, "What?" And then you're like, you see him skateboarding, and he's winning over these little pockets of people. Then you see him on the Blink 182 tour, and you're like, "I thought I knew fucking Lil Wayne." You're like, he's all of these groups. He's the guy that was sitting at every lunch table throughout the lunch break. He was talking to each group of people. Chainz is 2 Chainz. You're like, this is 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
2 Chainz is only going to be 2 Chainz. He's not going to get on this super pop shit. He's not going to get on this EDM remix. It's just 2 Chainz.
He secretly gets on pop stuff.
On the low. Yeah.
He secretly gets on, like you might be listening to some Gaga, and then you're like, oh, man, Chainz?
I was going to say, I
wouldn't... Oh, man, where you come from, bro?
Chainz just pop in at obscure places.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Wayne definitely...
I feel that, like, Wayne did all the 2 Chainz shit first.
And then some.
I just feel like...
You sound like me talking about Iverson.
Yeah, I just feel like Chainz, like, did it too. But just because it happened second doesn't mean it didn't happen. Like...
Yeah.
No, true. True, but I'm not putting Chainz in the Supernova category. Supernova category belongs to Chainz.
I think it feels silly, right?
I mean,
like it feels silly
Jay,
to put 2
Wayne.
Chainz up there with like Jay-Z and
because
Wayne and Tupac, Biggie, all these guys.
until Chainz gets a Jay-Z feature, I'm not putting Chainz up there.
I don't think he will because he's
been begging for a Jay feature. Ever since he changed his name to 2 Chainz, he's been begging for a Jay feature.
I think that needs to happen, yeah.
Nope, call him.
I will say this. Migos is closer to that than Chainz.
Yeah.
Stadium.
Yeah.
Like, super.
You sat way back on that couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He's like...
He didn't like that one.
Superstar. Hardest stuff when you're on a jumbotron.
All the way back.
Hey.
Oh no, man.
Oh, man.
All the way back on that couch. You were like, ooh.
Yeah.
I don't want to shit on that because I don't want to shit on that because
yeah, he said nope.
You guys have a bathroom?
It's just personal bias and I don't want to shit on it. Fine.
Well, it's that stadium rap category. It's a thing. It's a superstar kind of. It's like, okay, cool. You'd see Lil Wayne on that stage. You definitely see Migos on that stage. You'd see Big Sean on that stage.
I mean, we see a lot of people on that stage. We're gonna see a lot of people on that stage that don't mean
you're gonna see 2 Chainz as a feature on that stage.
Yeah.
Right, but like, I mean, we're not talking about Migos in this conversation either. We're not that's so much further than like we're talking like, oh, he's like one of the greatest rappers. I'm just saying.
But I mean like that stadium status of Lil Wayne, like big. Like,
I think Lil Wayne is a perfect example of covers all bases.
Yeah.
Like, he's campy, but he's also really fucking good and gave us like the drought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I'll hear it. I'm just saying, if we're just talking about like rappers, I think people forget to mention 2 Chainz because he's so goofy.
They do. And I fucking love 2 Chainz.
And Duffel Bag Boy still goes off every single night.
Still goes off.
Don't get that money.
Still goes off. I'm personally one of those people
but you never get to the second verse, though.
No.
Who? Wait a minute. Who was his partner with it? It was Titty Boy and who else? What was the other guy's name?
In their group?
Yeah.
What was the name of their group?
The flow is so ice cold.
God, what was that dude's name?
Also, I-20's last album, he only did one album, and that was it. He did 2004's album, and he never did anything else.
That's too bad.
I-20 had an album?
Yeah, on DTP.
Oh.
Hey, Ian, so we're setting up our 5-on-5 podcast playlist on Spotify. What song do we need to add to it?
Just because now I'm thinking of it, what's that? Hot, that Pusha T.
Roscoe P. Cold Chain.
Roscoe P. Thank you. Yes, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. With yeah.
Bro,
okay. That was off the Neptune's album.
Triangle face. Oh, bro. Listen, that was fire. That was a really good album, by the way.
This is Dollar Boy, the other half of Players Circle.
Oh, Dollar Boy. Okay.
Players Circle.
Okay.
Dollar Boy and Titty Boy.
Jesus.
Man, all the boys.
From College Park.
What happened to Dollar Boy?
Great question.
Miss New Booty.
Miss New Booty.
So you said College Park. I just thought College Park. Bubba Sparks.
College Park. Mr. College Park.
Everywhere.
Hey, Mr. College Park is still putting out some dope remixes though.
Dollar Boy put out an album, a single in 2019 called My Dogs.
Oh.
And an album in 2018 called Coming Back Hard.
Oh, pause.
Pause, and also just not true.
Yeah. Did he have a 2 Chainz feature on it?
Let's have a look. See. Whew. No,
just put that whole new Stally album on the playlist.
Yeah,
Everybody forgot. So just put it
we just said, look, we owe it to him.
We do. We owe it to him and his beautiful beard.
Man, My Dogs, the single, the cover art for this is just bad.
Let's see it.
Bro, it's a screenshot of something, and it's like stretched. See that? See that 1 out of 2 in the corner?
Man.
Oh, yo. The IG.
Oh, that's the screen. The screenshot is the 1 out of 2.
Yeah, like that. Dollar Boy's not doing good, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Man.
Shit.
Synth Kid.
Come on.
Oh, man.
Damn, My Dogs.
Oh, man. He said it's one or 2 of them. It's dogs.
It's 1 of 2. I don't know where the other one is and why. You could tell it was like a rectangular picture that got stretched into a square. So he's kind of like.
Yo, put him in the shrinky dink machine.
Yo, 1 out of 2, and it's got it's a bad crop. So there's like
there's that line. I saw that white line the other day.
That. You know what? There's a reason why 2 Chainz was like, listen, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta go, man.
Look, man, I'm doing my own thing.
I'm gonna change my name.
I'm changing my name. I want nothing to do with the Player Circle. Didn't work.
Yeah.
Even though that song
Ludacris and it didn't work.
Yes. No, that's what it was. DTP didn't work.
Nobody other than Chingy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chingy didn't work. Chingy just got as big as he could get.
I mean, Shauna did put out an album.
Shauna had a single, didn't she?
She had that Getting Some Head on it, right? Yeah. That was
that's huge.
Yeah, Shauna had that album, and then
and what's crazy is we only listened to the
joined
remix.
the Fast franchise.
Luda's on Fast and Furious.
He started making movie money, and that's a lot different from rapper money. So
all that shit went away.
Snatch, fantastic movie.
Yes.
Or not Snatch.
No. Crash.
Crash. Thank you.
Yes.
Crash is also a fantastic movie, but Crash.
Yes. Such a great movie.
I feel like that's a movie that movie could really be happening in your life, and you just don't see it around you. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see what Shauna's
a really
up
good
to.
movie.
Shauna, funny voodoo woman.
Hey, let's go, Shauna. Still putting out music. That's what I
Getting
like.
Some is still her biggest song.
Yeah, of course.
It's a banger.
5 million.
Does what's your fantasy pop up on there?
Yeah.
For Shauna?
Yeah.
Not in her top 5.
On the top 5, no. The Fast and Furious song is number 2.
Oh, okay.
Block Reincarnated.
Get the Fuck Back from Word of Mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
This is also in
oh man, that beat is so good.
Word of Mouth was sick. Word of Mouth was a dope album.
What song was that? Oh yeah, Get the Fuck Back.
Yo, fans of Shauna also like Rashida, Jackie O, Trina, Remy Ma, Crime Mob, Kia, Miss Jade.
Damn.
That's pretty spot on.
And Charlie Baltimore.
Pretty all spot on. Yeah, spot on.
Pretty good.
Damn, that's like a screenshot of time right there.
I would go to a concert to see all of them. Like if they were all doing a show.
Yeah.
Yo, how long are the sets? First of all, how long are the sets?
No, you're only playing the hits. You're only playing the hits. You're only playing the hits. So yeah, we're gonna see them at Dre's.
Everyone gets an hour each.
The Weeknd?
Already for
the weekend. The Weeknd on a Wednesday.
Yo, Ian, after an hour.
But the amount that I saw Common for.
Oh yeah, God, no.
Yeah.
6 minutes.
Yo,
depending on the act, you get 6 to 20 minutes.
If you had to sit through an hour set of each of one of those, you'd be asking to bring the Weeknd out. Bring him out. I don't
bring him out. Give me Abel.
Weeknd.
Just don't tell him over and over again.
Do it. 20-minute loop. 20 minutes.
Just keep it going there. Just make me think it's about to start over and over again. Don't tell me.
We covered a lot of ground. We will have to have you back to bullshit more with you, my man.
We'll have to do it live from the coffee shop when Nick
comes
up here.
Yeah.
I'll go live from the IG tomorrow. So
yeah,
and that too.
That? Oh yeah.
Yes.
So that'll be 3 days ago from when this episode airs.
Yes.
Tomorrow I will. Yeah, I'm trying to do that math in my head. I'm that meme right now.
So from 3 days ago, 3 days in the past, I will be live on Instagram. Check us out.
Listen, guys.
3 days in the past, I will be live.
Listen, everyone. If you had the foresight to predict this would happen, like, do I have something for you? People are gonna be watching you going live. Like, what the fuck is this all about? And just you wait.
You wait. Monday, you will know.
Wait.
Yeah.
This will make sense all on Monday.
Or that would have made sense today. Would it either? Yo, Ian, tell the listeners what you got coming up. Any projects, anything you're working on before we ride out.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, it's your boy E Weezy on the radio waves. What do I got coming up? I actually just got we roast our own coffee. I just got a roaster. Like, it arrived on Monday.
Oh, damn.
That was a large expense, and I can't wait to use it. We are going to launch a Kickstarter for that, which nobody's heard of in a long time. But I was like, you know what? I think it'll be kind of sick to do a Kickstarter or something like that. So Kickstarter coming soon. There will be another version of the road trip in some sort of way. There's a coffee convention taking place. Oh, actually, you know, I got something cool to show y'all. There's a coffee convention taking place in New Orleans the end of September. So I think I am going to do a bit of another road trip in the Drip Whip. If you guys haven't seen it, It's the Deadstock coffee car. I'm able to serve coffee out the back of my little Scion XB. It's pretty sick.
Hell yeah.
But around that same time, let me reach into my quiver here. We have a shoe releasing with Adidas.
Ooh, let's go.
What?
Fire.
Oh.
Yeah.
No big deal.
That is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Look at that little,
Yo.
That's huge, bro. Congrats.
Congrats.
Yeah. Look at that. Did I did it upside down?
Do I have to come to Portland for that?
You do. We're doing.
Okay.
We're doing 150 pair. It's funny because this says 1 of 200, but it's definitely 150. And this is actually even the bag that they release in. So the whole shoe is actually inspired by the whole shoe is inspired by being a coffee roaster. So this is the burlap that the coffee comes in, the bags that the coffee come in. But inside that bag is another green bag called a Grain Pro bag, and it's like a clear green bag. So that's why there's all these hits of green all over it. So if you are a coffee individual or you roast or whatever it might be, and you see this shoe, you're like, oh, that shoe is for me.
That's fucking cool.
Look at the stitching on the tongue, bro. You kind of can't see it, but it's even like stitched.
Oh
like
yeah,
a coffee bag.
That's crazy.
So how do we pick that up?
Gotta come Deadstock, man. It'll actually release around in that same last week of September. 150 pair only releasing at Deadstock. This is a real. This isn't a custom. This is 100% straight from the factory. Like this is y'all are the first podcast to actually get to see the shoe.
Oh, let's go.
I've talked about it.
Let's go.
I talked about it, but you know what? This experience has been so great, and also I'm sitting right next to it. But yeah, this is how they come. They'll actually even come with the Grain Pro bag inside, so they'll really, when you pick it out of there, you'll be like, wow, this is 100%.
Yeah.
A roaster's, like a bag of coffee.
That's a sign.
Are you imagining that cool. That with a custom blend as well? The whole, yeah.
Oh, man, you know the Roasty Boys is gonna get it right.
Let's go.
Love that. I love that.
Let's go. Congrats, man.
AKA Roasty Boys, AKA Bean Burners.
Yes, sir. Congrats, dude. That's fucking awesome.
Fire.
So good luck to y'all on getting a pair of those. Man.
No big deal. I said,
right?
I'll be there.
I said, you got anything coming up? He goes, oh, this is just a little something I got with this brand called Adidas.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Ever heard of them?
Yeah.
Ever heard of them?
Yeah, they're not real.
Yo. We got to have you. We appreciate you, sir, for taking the time to sit down with us and bullshit and politic and talk about Titty Boy. And
yeah.
Travis, what's on your mind?
Nothing, man. Nothing at all.
Oh. You look like you were pondering.
Honestly, what was on my mind is I do need to pick up a couple bags of coffee, though. I'm looking at my coffee section right now, and it's looking.
Make a trip to Chinatown.
I do. I need to.
Yeah.
I need to.
Well, you know what? I'll bring y'all some coffee back when I come back from Vegas.
There we go.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do the trade.
We'll go Instagram Live twice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nick, do the jersey swap tomorrow.
The jersey swap.
We got to do the jersey swap tomorrow.
Yeah.
It actually like cut out, like the sound cut out, so it almost sounded like Nick, do the jerk tomorrow.
You're a jerk. You're a jerk.
With the drink.
Everything quiet in the baseball.
Knee dropping.
Yeah. A little pit drop.
I heard my ankle playing soccer the other day, so I can't be dropping it. You know what I'm saying? You know, twerking's taking place, and I'm close to it.
Yeah.
You where we end this whole thing.
Yes.
I don't think we're gonna get any better than that. Nick, tomorrow we'll be doing the jerk with Ian down in Vegas. We know y'all are ready for the weekend. We look forward to seeing you there.
The literal weekend.
The end of the week.
So I'm showing up after Wednesday.
Never again.
Never again.
We will be back next week, dropping another episode. Our guest next week, Kyle Woods. Kyle, fantastic producer.
Kyle.
Friend, formerly Chicago, currently Los Angeles, soaking up the sun with the California girls. That was Ian Williams. Ian, tell everybody where they can reach you on socials.
Listen, my personal Instagram at eweezy, EEWEEZIE. Or also, you know, Deadstock Coffee. Oh, okay, I see it.
Yeah, you saw it. You saw that?
Hey, throw it up the
Got
set.
the triple E.
Oh man. At Deadstock Coffee on Instagram. Don't worry about Twitter. I ain't never on there.
Yeah.
You can say what you can. That's where you gonna say all the bad stuff about me. I'm never gonna see it. And then, but I got hitters, and they will find you.
Know this.
And then they'll call me and put it on Instagram, and then I'm gonna
yeah.
But yeah, and then deadstockcoffee.com. But really, just pull up, and if you don't pull up here, I might pull up to your city. So,
yeah, for real.
Do not
miss pop up.
Yeah, do not miss this gentleman when he's in your city. He's traveling. He's here, there, and everywhere. But make sure you stop into Portland. Make sure you stop into Deadstock Coffee in Portland, Oregon. This has been the 5 on 5 podcast presented by directmusic service.com and Nuke's Hot Sauce, also from Portland, Oregon. Support local, support Portland, Portland.
All of that.
Support. And we will see y'all next week. Hey,
support Vegas too.
Support
Vegas, you know.
Support the dancers, the arts, and
got a lot of it.
Support the dancers.
It's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them.
Shout out to Rhino. Shout out to Rhino.
Shout out to the Las Vegas dance community.
Man. Shout out to those who go rogue.
For real.
Shout out to doing the jerk on IG Live. Let's go.
Hey, let's go soon.
We'll see you 3 days from now or 2 days from yesterday, depending when this hits you on the internet. So, peace.